Hey, this is the freshest cookies. This ain't a stale cookie. This cookie is a Minecrafting cookie, and this cookie is fresh. This cookie also has 6:06 in the morning voice. Alrighty then. I hope to God this is a short video because the freshest cookies doesn't have a lot of time. What we have here, let's just catch us up. We are on day 24 on the Doughbowl. This is Minecraft Wizzy, W-I-Z-Z-Y. And we're on the Doughbowl, day 24. I have a little bit of sand in the bottom of this dry dock. But, oh, cuckoo. Just a little bit of sand. However, unless I encounter any more bits of sand on my top deck, I do believe my ship is now free of debris. Well, I believe my ship is free of debris. What's that? Say it. Don't spray it. And make sure that you check all your quarter deck. All right. So, from bow, this is the bow, to stern, back there, or aft, and pretty much top to bottom. This is now pretty much an unencumbered ship. So the next, and I also have an area here where I can work on the keel. This little indentation here, which may have to be widened, we'll see, allows me to walk down below the keel of the boat. And that, folks, is how we start. Let's get back upstairs. There we go. Back up on it. All right. Now, the area I just walked below, the keel, I actually have to remake it. And what we have to remake it out of is a flotation device. There are two main ingredients to taking this ship from what you see sitting in the dry dock, which won't run, to something that will run. One is the ship helm. Ship's helm. We've already made this. It was just four pieces of wood, 4 sticks, and iron. So we've already made this. A floater would be an oak wood and a piece of wool, or a regular whatever, a raw wood and a piece of wool, and that would be a floater. Oh. Then we have an air balloon. Floaters. Floaters are what this thing has to be 40% of, more than 40%. Then we have the air balloons, and these would be this. If you're going to make it flying, you're going to need this. We're going to make one. But the floater Oh, thank you, Lord. Yeah. That's what I was gonna need. Looky. And I do need that stained. I do need that stained. I would want that to be, I guess it has to be white. Okay, the bottom of my ship gets to be white. I can't stain it. I can't do nothing with it. Ah. And we also need to have a shore buffer. So the shore buffer would be a floater that has an ink stack. Yep. So first on the menu, I actually need to go back and get a piece of oak wood. Oh, God. Can be oak or it can be acacia. Can't seem to be anything else. Well, that that was that was something. All right. Let's go back. I think I still have some raw wood. While you were away, we had one more issue. And I hope to God I still have power. Looks like that's very good. Yes, I all my all my power went off. All my power went off. Quite embarrassing. I ended up having to go to the nether and move my nether connection. There is no such thing as endless lava, folks. Endless lava support. Especially not when you are using a chunk loader. You will play out your chunks. Rubber wood, hop seed, rubber, sakura, spruce. Oh, wow. I need a stump of oak. I actually need a stump of oak. It's either oak or acacia. Thing doesn't want to be made out of anything else. Oh, God. Okay, most of my stuff over here is going to be rubber wood, except for that beautiful sakura. Look at that. Look at that. That's so pretty. Oak, okama, fokama, nokana, snokana. Okay. There is oak to be had, folks. Just give us a second here. A lot of that is going to be rubber wood. I need to consult my map. I'm actually going the wrong way. I think that's where my oakses are. Okay, turn around, cookies. Go back that way. My oakses is over here. I just go fell one oak tree and I will have what I need, a raw oak plant. You can see as I'm passing over my building, you saw a little something hanging off the back there. Yeah, that's my little museum. Oh, maybe not. This is jungle wood. Crud. I don't want jungle wood. I also don't want to be trapped in a jungle wood florist. Ugh. Okama. Yeah, that's a whole jungle, my jungle gym. That's gonna be winter. So that does not work for me. Killer, thriller, diller, and maniller. Thin mint. We're going to flip over to thin mint for a minute. It's just faster this way. Because I think Thin Mint may actually have oaks around it. So let's see what we get. I think these are oak trees. Nope, that's birch. Oh dear. That's rubber. That's birch. Oh God. Oh, this is supposed to be a short cookies. Yeah, well, they would have me do a freaking oak tree. Wait a minute, what's this? What are you? Oak. Okama Fokama. Here we go. Oakwood. Perfect. Come here, Chopper. Time for you to get to work. We have chickens in the background, man. May as well just take this sucker down and see if I can get me a seedling. Hey, got one. Perfect. Any more seedlings? No? Perfect. Switch it. Let's get back to pork cookies. We're going to use the map, and we're just going to do the jump. Because pork cookies is something I can actually travel to. This is one of the nice things about Wizzy is you can actually fall onto your ship. You can actually travel hither, thither, and yon. Okay, now I have all sorts of insane stuff. Shrooms. Ooh. White mushrooms. And an apple. Ooh. Okay. I need me some wool and some oak. Now, according to my recipe, that's more like it. Right, no, we don't need wood. We need floater. We just need a piece of wood and a piece of cotton, and I get a floater. But it has to be a wood stump, one stump, as it were, one cotton, oh, I get 5 floaters out of it. Woohoo. Nah. Let's hold on to these stumps for now. Alrighty. Now with floaters in hand, and I will be right back. I had to do a little checking on this. Turns out I want to make a ship that sails, not flies. So, folks, if I want this vessel to fly, 40%, at least 40% of it would have to be air balloons. So it would have the ability to go up there. Since I want this to sail, I need to have buoyancy. So I believe I do not need as much for this to become buoyant as I thought. That's kind of interesting. Very interesting. Because what this means is I don't need as much floater for the helm, or rather for the for down here. Okay, so I am going to change game modes. I do want to harvest. I'm going to be switching back and forth here. Because I do want to harvest this wood. But I need to place this block here, because this is going to mark the back of my construct. I'm not daft, you'll see. See, as I go forward, I'm losing my keel. I'm going to be using these elsewhere. So, but and if you notice, the keel seems to be 3 blocks wide, which is fine. Really don't have a problem with that at all. See, I have a lot of gaps here. Don't forget, this is a reclaimed ship. Now we're going to switch the game mode back. So I can use my floater. And we're going to substitute now the floaters. Right? Right. Oh. Substitute the floaters. Right. Everywhere where I can, I'll just simply place them. Well, this might then be more than 3 wide. This may be a... Is this now a 4? Is this a 4 wide keel? Oh, look. This appears to be a 4 wide keel. That's cool. Okay. All right. This is cool. By doing it this way, which I think is really cool, I will get a leg up on. Right. And we will go back to where I placed my block. Break that. And this is the back of the ship's keel right there. These are just bonus points here, because it would appear as though my ship's keel is 4, maybe 5 wide. That's good. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 planks wide. It's actually kind of cool. There. Just to be able to see what I'm doing here. Right back on it. Now, of course, I'm going to come through and chop the wood. But by doing it this way, with this sort of a patchwork design, I am putting together the keel of the boat in relative order. So then this is floaters being used for my boat keel. Righty-righty-o. Let's switch game modes and finish the keel. The other reason why I'm doing this is that Chopper just needs to upgrade. If I don't use it, it doesn't upgrade itself. Not that I really need these because, you know, they could be cheated in. I could just build in creative like I'm doing right now with the main part of the keel. Oh! Chopper! I now have haste. Chopper got an upgrade! Woohoo! Look at that. Ding! Your thing's got an upgrade. Oh, I like that. Alright, I think that's basically most of my keel. Let's see if I got any more woods. I do. Ooh, don't want to do that. Right. Radio. Okay. Change my game mode and finish my keel. This will give my ship its buoyancy. Now, a couple of things. Place not break. If I made this ship's hull out of iron, it would tend to sink more. Since this ship's hull is made of wood, it's going to tend to sink a lot less. A whole lot less. Mwahaha. But it is actually the helm that will give this ship life. However, leaky boats aren't something you want to go sailing in. Ever. No, not ever. Okay. And we're just about done. On a rainy day, 24. Oh. Balderdash. Oop. 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 Down into the water line for me. Ooh. Ugh. Well. I'd rather just keep this as jungle wood, thank you. Right. This, by the way, is the dry deck. Right. Back to it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 across. And we're going to very carefully just go down here. What we're checking for are any gaps, any missed blocks. Because as to right now, we have the ship's keel, folks. This part of the build is done. The next part of this build is this part here. We need to start replacing the hull. We just do. Oh, balderdash. And see, we just do this. Since we know these pieces are here. And in this way, the ship starts to take shape. Right. At this point, I am not cutting wood, and there's a good reason for it. I need to see the skin of the ship. See, this is the skin of the ship. And then what I can do is cut the wood in between. and just continue to replace the block. The entire ship's skin, the outer skin, will be made with floater. Whereas the interior wood decks will not. They'll just remain wood. See how this works? Ooh. Lousy. Someplace to fall that I don't want to go. Right into the water, no thanks. Right. So this is basically a series of concentrics. Keep puncturing holes in my deck. I'm just going to have a problem walking around here looking up. And guess I really did have to clear this after all, didn't I? All right. See, we want to build to the water line, but that's all we want to build to, is the water line. Don't really want to go beyond that. These floaters should give me my buoyancy. They really should. It's a bit like a jigsaw. But by placing these blocks in, see? Oh, wait. That does not go there. Spoils the quote-unquote line of the ship. And if you notice, I'm not remaking the decks, just the hull. The hull, just the hull. And now this is in the way. See, we don't want anything. You never want stuff touching your ship. Because even once you have the helm, you still want it unencumbered. You just do. Because at a certain point, the ship's lines change. It's kind of like the pitch roof of a house, actually, only in reverse. Only in reverse. And I think this area here is more or less the water line. Honestly. I mean, how many flippin' balloons would I need? It would just be insane. All right. Yes, because now as you see, this should be the water line where the windows are. That is usually where the ship draws the line, where you do have a water line. So, where the windows are. This should be the ship's water line then. All right. That's the ship's water line. My next thing that I'll have to do is go through and cut out all of the oak plank. and replace it with this floater plank. Looks like I have a little bit more here. Like a mizzen deck, maybe. Right. No, that was the upper story. Okay. So that is the bottom of the boat, and I think that that will now be sufficient. Oh my gosh, get out of my way. Really should have a clear dry dock. But the last video I did this in was just too long. So, we have the second part, and off air, I will simply come through, cut my wood, and put all floaters in. This then would be close to my water line. Everything else can be made of wood. Isn't that special? One last detail. This is a wooden slab with a floater device attached. Yeah. That'll be a thing. These slabs are so that you can enter and exit the ship. So you have something like gangplanks. I may be able to do something that will allow me to enter and exit the ship. This, by the way, these cannons, these dispensers, they're ship's cannons. Minecraft ship's cannons. You just got to love it. Hilarious. And if you hear that, that is the sound of my alarm going off. And the sound of me saying, "Viva la ship, shippity ship." There is the bottom of my boat, mostly made and intact. And so now then the Freshest Cookies is going to come around and get to where she can sign off. Yep. We have made the bottom of our boat. We have laid our keel in. So, from Port Cookies, or Port Cookie, this is the Freshest Cookies, signing off for now. Ta-ta!